Hey everyone, today we are in Newtown, Connecticut, going to check out the abandoned Hollyville train tunnels. Look at this, there's even a trail coming down here. So it looks like I have nothing to worry about. A lot of other people have been down here to the tunnels. But anyways, I called the local police department just to tell them what I'm doing in case one of the neighbors here wants to call. Because this is smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood. All right, we're down to the train tracks. By the looks of it, occasionally a train comes through. By the look of the curves, it's definitely not a high-speed train. All right, so I'm guessing this is the abandoned tunnel down here, right? Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. How are we gonna get down there? There's a lot of garbage too. We'll figure this out. We're gonna walk down here a little ways. There's gotta be a way down there. I parked down there near that bridge. So, not too terrible of a walk to an area that is gradual enough to climb down. Got a piece of a culvert there. Really old one. Ah, man. I'm hoping I can get out of here a different way. I'm gonna plow my way through this. We had a few warm days. Ticks may be active. I'm just gonna have to check myself. I don't mind. Obviously, not a ton of people go to this. It's not a very well-known train tunnel. Not many people know it's here. Ooh. All kinds of debris. The neighbors are throwing this junk down here. There's actually a trickling stream down here. And it looks like it's going to be using that tunnel as a culvert. Much more difficult than I imagined it. Cutting back and forth. You definitely can't do this without boots. What a pain. Now there's sticky mud. There's skunk cabbage everywhere. Almost there. Alrighty. We're down. There's a bunch of pieces of old cars, tires everywhere. Here's a small 2-cylinder engine. Not sure what that's from. It might be from the car. I know really old cars had tiny little engines. That would be cool to have. Way too heavy to get out of here. Very well may have been from this. This is a really, really old car. And it's tiny. It may have had a 2-cylinder engine. If anyone knows what kind of car that might be, let me know. There's no markings. It's covered in shotgun holes. Look at this. Got a deterioration of the hill during the freeze and thaw cycles. Got some trickling water here. There's some 55-gallon drums. Right now I'm walking through a bunch of invasive wild pricker bushes. Somebody's air conditioner. People are dumping right off the top of this tunnel. There's a, looks like somebody's garden cart. Another big heap of garbage and scrap metal. There's a bunch of electronics. I see a VCR in there. Oh, there's a whole bed. The box spring. Someone's using this as a dumping ground. Probably the neighbors here over the years. 1914 it reads. See that? According to the internet, the construction started well before then. Let's go inside the tunnel. Looks almost dry. Amazing. Not much of the graffiti's new, because a lot of people don't know about this place, unless you're local. There's another piece of the bed. Whole bunch of pieces of vehicle in here. What's that? Just rusted out car frames. I see some brake and gas pedals there. Mile marker 85, that pole is saying. Oh, that is so cool. Look, there's a door right there. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, this is a second car. What kind of car would that have been? It looks modern enough to have everything's made out of plastic. Cool. This place looks like during heavy rain it sometimes goes further underwater. Let's go into the tunnel. There's another tunnel here somewhere. Hopefully we can find it. Nope. Not a door. It may actually be for somebody to step into while the train goes by. But this tunnel looks pretty big. There would be room between you and the wall. Got some tires. Actually, really nice. It's nicer in here than some of the tunnels that are actually open for public viewing. Extremely nice ballast floor. Easy to walk in here for anybody. Just a pain to get to it. I bet there was a giant ball of ice there in the wintertime. Yep, there's another one of them little areas to step to the side. And yes, I think it'll definitely be easier to get out on this side. There's two more of those inlets that look like doors. This end is flooded out. Pretty typical for a train tunnel. There's somebody's roller for doing spray painting. No, for doing graffiti. That's how they get really high spots. A roller on the end of a stick. Look at this, somebody built a bridge to get in here. See a little walkway? I'm gonna use it even though I have boots. That kinda. There's some tires. Beautiful. Now I got no idea where the other tunnel is. Oh, look how easy it would have been to get down. Definitely how I'm getting back up. Now there's another tunnel here somewhere. I don't know where. It's made out of rock, not concrete. I'll look around the area. I don't know if I can find it or not, but we'll see. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the other side just got chipped. Or maybe they started construction in 1911 and ended it on the other side in 1914. That could have been. Look at this. Who does graffiti with a crayon? That's weird. Here's a further out view. Those trees recently uprooted and fell down here. Nice. Now I'm gonna go up this hill. Maybe the tunnel I'm looking for is on the other side. I don't know where it could possibly be. The other tunnel. Ooh, out of breath. I found the second tunnel. That really threw off my coordination. We entered the train tunnel. Remember, we went down. It went diagonally under the active track. Came out down here. I just came up the hill. And the other one is right here. Even with this track. All right, let's get across. You see what I mean? It's in the middle of a residential neighborhood. See this big puddle of water forming here? I bet there's a clogged culvert here. I saw water coming out the other side. There's also a culvert there. All right, let's go look at the other tunnel. This is so cool. You got the traffic bridge up here, beneath it a train track, and beneath the train track, an abandoned tunnel. And that abandoned tunnel, it's in perfect condition. Matter of fact, there it is. See the top of it? It's right here. Look at the rust here. Train hasn't been here in a few days. It looks shinier down there, but not gonna get too close to the edge, but, well, actually, this is where I mentioned it looks like a lot of people go up and down. That was really cool. Really, really cool. That was worth the half-hour trip out here. I was already in the area, so I just had to check this out. I was here a few months ago. I didn't want to go to it because I figured someone up there would get mad and call the police, but I went ahead and I called them myself today just to see what was up. They didn't really say I couldn't go here. Look at this, partially collapsed. This one is more primitive and interesting because that other one is just a smooth tunnel, not really much. Now, by the moss buildup and the soil, this collapse happened a very long time ago, but it could easily happen again, most likely in the spring thaw. We already passed that, so we don't really have to worry right now. And it does look pretty loose compared to some other tunnels I've been in. The one in Clinton, Mass, always has falling rocks. Every time you go in there, there's some new stuff in the spring. Also, the Steep Rock Preserve, which is literally 20 minutes away from here. That's another tunnel open to the public. That one, it says there's falling rocks, but it looked pretty safe to me. Look at if someone took off their socks. Must have got their shoes wet in here. Look at the size of these rocks that just fell from there. Ooh, that big rock moves. See all the ice build up here? That's what caused it to collapse. Years and years of freezing thawing. I imagine they had to have used this for a train, but why the second tunnel? Did this one go bad? The water is so crystal clear inside this cave. Amazing. I bet frogs and stuff live in here come summertime. Pretty deep. Look at that, there's some pieces of rusted metal. Oh, I better watch it. I'm getting kind of deep for my boots. That is a piece of rail laying on its side. It's really small rail, so that shows, yeah, trains probably went through here. Some garbage remnants people have left behind. What is that? Oh, it's a spray paint top. For a minute, it reminded me of a little jar of caviar I've seen before. Right here, there's another small collapse. Definitely big enough to cause some serious damage if it fell on you. I think somebody made that little rock pile there. Definitely love this tunnel a lot more. I hope that wind I'm feeling is not wrecking this experience. All right, gotta be careful here. There's like a nasty film on the top of the water. Kind of gross. Oh, that's ice. Wow, I can't believe ice survived here. Well, we are in the ground, in the mountain, so it makes sense that ice was able to survive in here. I should have worn my taller boots, but that is cool. Do you see what's under the water? The railroad ties are still here. I bet the water is preserving them. The lack of oxygen is making it last so much longer. I'm treading very carefully with my boots, trying not to flood it. But believe me, I am going to go through this tunnel, regardless if I have to get wet or not. I'm going through it. Oh yeah, look at the railroad ties. Oh, almost flooded the boots. Oh, yep, I topped a little bit. Oh, let's get up. Oh, up onto the pile of the debris. One of my boots is completely soaked. The other one's a little bit. Yeah, so we better just walk on through. Already wet. This is great. Yeah, my light's actually doing a pretty good job. This little thing, 30 bucks on Amazon. It's made for a GoPro. It's brighter than any flashlight for that price. Well, here's some more ice. That kind of shows you no one else has been in here because it's not broken. I think I better be walking on the edge because at this point my socks are wet, but I'm not like flooded yet. Now I am. The water's not even that cold. Yeah, you see ice, but it's a pretty warm day. I'm not really feeling the effect. Now this is really deep. It's like an underground pool. You can see the ties under the water, really murky. I have to go through it. I've been wanting to explore this tunnel, like I said, for years. I'm about to get flooded out. Maybe I can walk. Yeah, I'm flooded. Screw it, look, screw it. Just walk on through. Now I'm feeling the effects of this is so cold. But oh wow, this is deeper than I could have imagined. Oh, it's up to my knees now. Wow. Freezing. And I'm tripping over the train ties. Woo! Almost fell there. Yeah, it's up to my knees. But I'll be back to the car in like 10 minutes. I don't have a change of socks. I don't care though. I do have a change of shoes. That's all that matters. Oh, I gotta get up here. My body will warm the water up in my boot so it acts like a wetsuit to keep me warmer. Oh, my boots are so heavy, filled up. That's why people always ask me, why don't you wear waters? If you flood those, you aren't gonna stand up. That is so cool. So nice. I gotta hop back in the cold water. Water's murky. I stirred it up. I'm releasing like stinky gas. Those are steel toe and steel sole boots. I wear them in places like this because you never know what you could step on under the water. Hey look, another old crumpled car. Actually, I don't think that was gas from decomposing plant matter I was stirring up in there. I didn't actually see any bubbles. I think I crushed a bunch of skunk cabbage bulbs. That's a plant. In another month, it'll look like big heads of lettuce everywhere. This is what it starts off as. It'll turn into a big leafy plant that looks like heads of lettuce. Oh, this mud is so sticky, I'm gonna get stuck. Gonna walk over to the edges. Skunk cabbage smells really bad. Oh, I keep kicking a bunch of it because there's all these bulbs under the water. Oh, almost stuck. Almost getting stuck. Look at this whole railway line is all flooded. Nice blue sky though. I'm coming up here. I'm coming up here. That other tunnel, it's diagonally down maybe 30 feet. The first one we walked through, and the train track is right to the left. Walk up a steep hill with your feet sideways, digging into the side. for best traction, because I don't want to fall back down. There's actually some good places for my hand right here in these helpful roots. All right, we're getting up. Where am I? All right. All right, let's walk back. My feet are nice and warm again. My body heated up the remaining water like a wetsuit. Here we are up on top of the tunnels. We got some high tension power lines up here. But now, take a look at this nice view. Right beneath us is the old rock tunnel. The concrete tunnel is right here in the center. And there's the new train track there. The now active train track and the very first tunnel are at even elevations. That one's really deep. Surprisingly, the deep tunnel isn't flooded. And that's because the drainage system is still working in it for the most part. Over here, got a good 18 inches of water. This is going to be a nice hill in the spring. I see lots and lots of fern plants. Also, some raspberry bushes. Some graffiti up here. And here's a trail going down to the road. And to think, I went down there the most difficult way possible. Most difficult way possible. And all along, there was this nice trail. All right, back down to the street. It's a side street, it doesn't even matter, but you can see the faint yellow line. They really got to repaint that. Bridge was built in 1989 and it looks to be in great condition. It looks like they use a lot of sand, probably not as much salt, and that it's helping protect it. So right beneath us, no, right there is the entrance of the rock one, and right there is the more concrete looking one. Now on the other side, you can't see the rock one, but you can see the concrete one that swerves diagonally underneath this track and beneath the bridge. Now keep in mind, these Hollywood tunnels are not officially open to the public, but to access them, as I just showed, you don't technically have to walk on the railroad's property to get to them. And there's absolutely no signs saying you cannot be there. And I called the local police department ahead of time just to make sure. They did not say I couldn't go there. Just wanted to make sure I wouldn't come back up here to get my car towed. But that is not the case. It looks like nobody even noticed I was here. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching.